YouTube skills trainer gives a stationary ball handling workout. Let's check it out. So guys, before this, I want to say ball handling is stationary. Handling the ball is like a multitude of things. Passing it with one hand. People just think it's just dribble moves and shit. It's not. The way I classify it and the way most people would think of it is, and the way you can train it is ball handling is like everything. Putting the ball between your legs. You've ever done figure eights in the air without even dribbling it. Pound dribbles, like passing it with one hand. All of that shit. All of it is ball handling. Right? Hand-eye coordination with the ball in your hands. That's ball handling, okay? Handling, okay? But that's not going to help you in game by itself. Julian Newman has great handles, probably some of the best ever. But he has a great ball handling skills, but his footwork is not there to progress him to like the NBA level, right? And he's also a little short, of course. That's a curse, unfortunately. It is what it is. There's nothing he can do about that. But a lot of his stuff that he does is not getting by people, right? And that's a lot of the criticism that he faces on the internet is the fact that he is unable to get by people as much as he is able to do fancy stuff with the ball. And that's because his handles are great, but his footwork, look at Kyrie Irving, right? Kyrie Irving has elite footwork. He gets by people. He puts the ball in the basket, and he's in the NBA. So I think footwork and ball handling are two different things. That's one thing I wanted to talk about. And I think largely stationary ball handling drills like this are useless. I'm not saying that what he's got going on and what he's saying is useless. I'm saying that I think that you shouldn't spend your time as a player trying to be elite doing stationary ball handling drills. I just don't believe in them. I think you work on your dribble moves with each hand going both ways. Your handle will naturally improve that way, and it also follows the law of specificity, as Isaiah Rivera talks about in his videos as well. Shout out to Isaiah Rivera, by the way. I need to do a reaction to some of his training videos because he does some great stuff. He's probably one of the best trainers out there for vert. And I've been following him since before he was a trainer. He was just a dunker. He was just working on his own stuff and was a content creator. Probably had like 2,000 or 3,000 subscribers, 4,000 subscribers. Now he's got a couple 100,000. So I've been along that journey. But so I like to see trainers. I like to see where they're at. I've been through the training grind before and worked with over 60 futures Division I athletes. As a performance coach, as the performance director at True AP in Chantilly, Virginia. So let's check this out. I want to check it out. I want to give it its due, and I think that this guy would, especially for intermediate level athletes and basketball players, can definitely use this stuff to improve. But I think to get to the elite level, you got to work on your footwork and your actual moves, getting by a defender and being able to ball handle under pressure, and not stationary stuff. I really don't believe in stationary stuff. But let's check it out.
I'm telling you, if this workout right here is too easy for you, you're probably really, really good at basketball. Because this is not easy.
And it's not. And the problem isn't that it's not easy. The problem is, to me, stationary, like there are stationary drills that I've seen guys fail at that are really high-level players because they're stationary. It's just a little bit excessive. It's a supernormal stimulus, yes, but you're never going to be able to do that in game. You're never going to use that shit in game. But those guys are also really good at moving their feet, using the footwork and getting by a defender, laying it up, taking contact, shit like that, right? So there's a difference between ball handling and footwork and stuff that actually translates to the game. But a lot of the times you do have to start out stationary, so to just get the most control of the ball.
What is up, guys?
And the stationary stuff does help with your adaptability in terms of handling the ball, manipulating it, and keeping it away from a defender, retreat, shit like that.
Welcome back to another video. I can already promise you that you're not going to regret clicking on this video. Simply have the ball either in your left or your right hand. If the ball is in your right hand, we're going to place the cone right at your left foot. Now you got to dribble here, bring the ball over, and then pull it back.
Pull it back to your pocket. That's tough.
For the second drill, you're again going to put the cone down. You're going to do the same thing, but now you're going to take all that extra.
There's definitely a degree of difficulty to this, and this is a good drill.
So dribble right here. You dribble over, boom, and then you immediately bring it back, boom, boom.
That's tough. And that really creates that cuff. Paul Fabritz, if you guys ever watch PJF Performance, also talks about this and creating that cuff. And he's put some content out on this. But that cuff helps you a great deal in game, right? Because you got to be able to manipulate the ball in order to dribble against traffic against good defenders, especially if you're a guard trying to beat the press, if you're a guard facing pressure, if you're a guard trying to dribble through tight spaces and control the ball. You got to have this skill. And this definitely reinforces that.
3, you're again going to put the cone down. Now we're again going to bring it over.
And I shouldn't have said the word useless. Useless is not the right word for stationary drills. I just think that you age out of them. At some point, you grow out of it. You get too good to be getting any value out of stationary stuff. You know what I mean?
Boom. But now we get into a quick double combo. So, you cannot do the same combo twice in a row. So make sure to always switch it up.
That's good. I mean, this guy's, if he's making his own stuff up, he's good, man. He's creative with this stuff.
Now, drill number 4, you're gonna put the cone.
And then not doing two moves the same in a row, it actually does make a difference, honestly, because you start to get used to it. Your body gets used to these movement patterns, and then does it, and it's kind of like getting it, but it's not actually solidifying it. So when you vary it up, it forces your brain to really adapt.
Right between your legs, bring it all the way over to the opposite foot. Boom. To the opposite.
I've kind of gone through that before. My shooting journey. It's like if I'm shooting from the same spot, catch and shoot, I feel like I'm drilling shots. I'm in a rhythm. I'm making a lot in a row. But then it's like, you know, when I come back to that spot, if I move and I do a dribble move and then I come back, then I have to kind of like almost warm up again. You know what I mean? Like I have to take like 2 or 3 shots before I start making them again from that spot. So like it is best to vary it up in your training to not have to, you know, rely on that. You should be able to hit your first shot from a spot, really.
Foot. Boom. Bring it back. And then you go either between your legs or behind the back. Now what you're gonna do, same thing. Now you're gonna keep the ball in your hand 2 seconds. So you're gonna count to 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Try to not carry the ball. Try to pull the ball back into your pocket like this.
It's tougher than it looks, guys. That's tougher than, especially with your non-dominant hand, it's tougher than it looks.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. We can also use the cone to work on our fluidity and our rhythm. Ball handling is not just about dribbling as fast as possible. That has its place, that is a good thing to work on, but it's also important to have rhythm, to have fluidity, to have good timing, and that is exactly what we can also work on with the cone. So for drill number 1, you're gonna have the cone in one hand and the ball in the other hand. This is one of my favorite ball handling drills right here. You have to be fluid, you have to be rhythmic, or otherwise it's not gonna work. You're simply gonna go either between your legs or behind the back. Put the cone down, boom, and then you pick the cone up again. You gotta glide the ball in this hand.
It's just funny the way he says that.
And that's the same thing. Put the cone down, boom, boom.
Yeah, hand-eye coordination. This stuff is good too. This is what that super normal stimulus I was talking about. Dribbling with 2 balls, for example, dribbling, catching a tennis ball. That helps you be able to internalize external stimulus while dribbling a ball. You know what I mean? And in game, that's very important. Obviously, you know, she's Steph Curry doing a lot of this stuff, and Steph Curry is kind of like the kingpin of elite handle work and elite. I mean, there's other guys, but like Steph Curry's got great handles, right? And he's got obviously a great ability to shoot. You know, he's the pinnacle for this kind of stuff. But like that works, right? That, you know, you're dribbling with your non-dominant or whatever. It doesn't matter at that point. Steph Curry doesn't have a dominant or non-dominant hand at that level. Like you're fluid with both, but. You know, you're dribbling with your left, you're dribbling with your right, and you're catching a tennis ball. You're focused on something completely different, and you're able to manipulate the ball and do stuff with it. That's when in game it's really going to feel natural, and you can focus on your body and getting by the defender and stuff, and the ball is just part of your body. It's all connected, and it feels smooth, and feels rhythmic, and feels good. These type of drills definitely help get that feel. But again, I think playing the game is probably still the best way to do that.
Get up. Drill number
And again,
three.
then he just adds that layer of switching it up to keep your brain guessing, keep yourself creative and not robotic.
You're gonna put the cone in front of you.
It's good stuff. I mean, this is good. This is good. I like it. I really don't generally like stationary stuff, but this guy's stuff is good. I like it.
Further away. When you put your arm like this, that is where the cone should be. So here. So you should actually have to reach to get it. So now you're gonna go between the legs continuous, and you have to touch the cone on every dribble. So here. Boom, boom, boom. Then same thing behind the back. So now you're gonna go behind, touch.
That's tough. I mean,
And now we're gonna.
I like to do that one with the wall. Actually, I've done that before, and that behind the back dribble, and that's a good drill. You know, the thing is with these stationary ones, once you master them, you got to move on and do other stuff.
And now we're gonna combine everything. So now it's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 2, 3. 1, 2.
This is like a maze, man. It's tough. Hey, I like this. I like this stuff, honestly. Hey, but okay, like, comment, and subscribe. All right, peace and love.